Hey guys, what's good? Denonu here. I'm obviously I'm talking over Call of Duty gameplay, so this is gonna be a little bit different. I just got tired of I know I uploaded like five to eight videos of this new Call of Duty game so far, but I just wanted to be a little bit different. I know this isn't gonna be a typical commentary. I'm just gonna probably just play a live game, but as I'm doing it, I just want to mention what my thoughts are about the game so far. So far as I'm liking it. It feels like a streamed down Call of Duty that focuses on gunplay. And I had a couple people mention to me in my comments on my videos, is it better than Black Ops 2? And what I had to say to them was, it depends on what you like in Call of Duty. Now, for me, yes, it is. I prefer long-range engagements. I like fighting. I like big maps. I like, that sniping isn't as overpowered. I like how pistols isn't overpowered like they were in Black Ops 2. I really didn't like that. I really like how they did the perk balance in this. It's kind of like a step up from what Black Ops 2 was. I like the fact that they gave you more perks. There's reasons to pick them. But just like any Call of Duty game, there's always, just like for every good thing that they do, they take a couple steps back, like amplify and dead silence. Why are they even in the game, period? You know what I'm saying? But besides that, dead silence should counter amplify, and it doesn't. What the fuck? I really, like, if I had to pick something I really loved about this game, as you can see, marksman rifles, these things, this weapon class right here. This is what I use 95% of the time. I don't use knives, I don't use submachine guns, I don't use light machine guns, I don't use sniper rifles, I don't use shotguns, don't use none of that extra shit. I've always been the kind of gamer I like what I like because it fits me, and that's what I use. I rarely ever use submachine guns. In this game, I haven't touched them, as you can see. Never use them. I'll use marksman rifles 90% of the time. If I'm fighting on a CQC kind of sort of map, I'll use this right here, my baby, the Remington R5. Love the fuck out of this gun. But besides the guns in the game, by them having the bigger maps, I know a lot of people don't like them for that. I can understand why Call of Duties have always been a CQC kind of sort of game. However, where I think it benefits them is because they have those big ass maps, and people always say that they're Battlefield maps, and when I say that they laugh because then Battlefield would shit on this game as far as map size, but that's not the case. They're big, but that was my negative to all the older Call of Duties. By them being bigger, that range stat at the bottom for every gun, oh yeah, SMGs do a little bit less damage than assault rifles. That damage drop-off didn't really matter because the maps were small. You can snipe somebody with a submachine gun if you just knew how to fire it. This game, if you tried to shoot somebody with a submachine gun off the map, you can't do it. It's just, it can't be done. Unless you're very, very, very lucky and the person's just going to sit there and let you shoot them. And it's kind of just like in, I'm not going to say just like real life, but it's realistic. I like that aspect. It forces you to use certain guns on certain maps because you can't use a submachine gun and try to snipe with it. It doesn't happen. You can't do that in real life, so you shouldn't be able to do it in a realistic first-person shooter, trying to be realistic game. It's wrong. And that's one thing I like about this game is by them having the bigger maps, those range drop-offs are really showing effect in this game more so than any other Call of Duty game that they made. Whereas before it would just take one extra bullet to kill somebody. Whereas in this, since the maps are bigger, you try to shoot somebody with a submachine gun and you're going to waste your whole magazine before you kill them. I know the increased bullet damage I find to be perfect. To me it seems like, I don't know why they increased the time to kill, but it seems like it cuts down on that hit marker lag. So if you're lagging, you can still kill people. You know, that's just how I feel. You know, it's you know, when you put bullets in somebody, they should die. They shouldn't take half a magazine to kill them. That's bullshit. But another thing I like was like all the sights right here. You know, I like how you can have several different sights for one weapon class. Like, I love this. The hybrid scope, loved it in Modern Warfare 3, loved it in this. However, I don't like how they forced it to be thermal. I wish I could turn the thermal off and just use the sight. However, I do love this. You know, the red dot with the 4x scope in it, love the hell out of this. Wish they had this in all the other Call of Duty games, but they don't. I like the fact that they gave, you know, I don't know what it was called in the other Call of Duties, but I know that they had, like, I think it was like, what, long barrel in Black Ops 2 for the submachine guns and shotguns and shit like that to increase the damage at range, but then you couldn't get them on assault rifles. It was like, what the fuck? But now you can get them on, you know, it's like they got different tactical weapon, you know, attachments that you can put on every gun, and every gun has their own set. Like if I go to, let's say, like I would love to get this VMR sight on the marksman rifles, but I don't know why it's, you know, they only give you with the hybrid sight. Maybe because they, you know, make it so you have to do long range. Maybe that's why they do it. But I just like the fact that they didn't need the VMR sight, but they threw it in there just because, I mean, some people use it. Like I'm probably like in that 5% of people who this is all I use. I don't use red dots. As you can see, I haven't unlocked any other sight for this gun yet, because I'm not going to. I mean, it's just, that's all I use on it, because I love the hell out of it. I know on the marksman rifles, if I go down to this, you know, my baby right here, I've unlocked pretty much mostly everything on it, because this is like my first primary gun of choice. I'll use the hell out of this gun. I've tried the ACOGs for some reason. Even with quick draw, for me, it seems to scope in a little bit slow. It doesn't bring it up as fast like in other Call of Duty games. I don't know, maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm not used to the game yet, but that's just how I feel in it. To me, in this game, stealth is going to play a lot more. You know, it's going to play a bigger part than in older Call of Duty games. Because in this, as soon as you fire, you show up on the map and people are going to be trying to kill you. That's just the way it is. And you can't afford to be seen, because they're just going to know where you are and they're going to kill you. And by them taking less bullets to actually drop you, you're going to get killed a whole lot more quickly. So, I mean, I would love to put this on, but, I mean, it's either this or the silencer. And I'm glad that you can't put two things on like that to where you can have both. It's either one or the other. To me, I just find it more beneficial to always run with a silencer, especially in this game, because you got the increased time to kill anyway. So, you know, it's not that big a deal. Haven't really tried the flash suppressor. This will probably be good if you was using iron sights, but I don't ever use iron sights. That's why it's still locked on here. I don't ever use them, so that's not a big deal for me personally. I'm glad that they cut out the bullshit as far as kill streaks. I've had a lot of people bitching about the assault streaks right here, about them not just, you know, they don't get you kills. I'm glad about that, because now if all the kill streaks are, let's say, average, there's no AC-130, there's no chopper gunner, there's no Harrier, there's none of that shit. It forces people to actually gun on gun, rather than, oh yeah, let me just camp for my kill streak and then use the kill streak to dominate the whole rest of the match. Since the kill streaks ain't worth shit in this, for the most part, now people aren't going to camp as much. You know, like you see what I'm saying? What are you camping for? You know, I mean, there's no Harrier, there's no, you know, there's no high-end kill streak that's going to decimate the enemy team. I don't know why they decided to make that choice, but for me personally, I know a lot of people, that's why they play a game. I have a friend who hated, you know, Black Ops because there was no AC-130 in it. I know that was like his shit. That's one of the reasons why he played Modern Warfare 2. And for him, that's a big deal breaker because that's what he loved out of the game. Depends on what you enjoy from the game. That's going to determine whether you like or hate this one. For me, I'm liking this game so far. It's it feels like a Call of Duty game without the bullshit, and that's what I always wanted. And it fits my playstyle: big maps, long ranges, long lines of sight, things like that. The only thing that I have, let's say, like a gripe with is somehow, maybe it's just me, it don't seem like streaks at all, besides assault, because, okay, we all know they don't get you kills like that, but support, even in support, granted, it's support, so it's not, I don't expect it to get me kills, but nothing on this list seems worth it. And I'll explain what I mean by that. SATCOMs, they're only good if your whole team is putting down SATCOMs. If it's just you, might as well not even run it. Ammo crate, that's good. It gets you points. You're helping out your team. I can understand that. Same thing for ballistic vests. Free-fire shoulder-mounted rocket launchers, there aren't kill streaks up in the air, so it ain't like you need to drop Harriers every 5 seconds, so that's useless. Really loving the Night Owl, though. It's kind of like a radar ping that follows you, and if somebody throws a grenade your way, it'll blow up the grenades. It's cool to use it because it has helped me out on occasion, but it's not like, oh, it's this unbelievable kill streak, and it's not like once I get it, where I'm God on the map. So I like that. It's cool, but I'm really liking it. That's probably like my favorite support streak right now. I haven't tried the riot shield guy. I don't know if this is going to make another person spawn with a riot shield, like an AI person, or if this just allows me to pull out a riot shield without having a riot shield class. I haven't unlocked that. I'm probably never going to use it. Ground jammer. I like this very much, but hence again, by them being no kill streaks or things in the air or things like that, it's pretty much useless. The only thing you'll be destroying with it for the most part is SATCOMs. Air superiority, again, not a lot of streaks in the air. You'll see a helicopter in the air every maybe once or twice every 5 games. It's just people don't get kills, get streaks like that. It's not worth it. Helo Scout, that's cool. I've been shot by this a few times. To me personally, not my thing. Oracle, I love the concept of this. I unlocked it and tried it and used it, but doesn't last long enough for me. I wanted to last a little bit longer. I wanted to last probably like 1 UAV. You know what I'm saying? 1 UAV time in the older Call of Duty games where during that whole duration you show up through walls and stuff like that. Then it would be good for me. But the way it is now, you only show up for like 2 or 3 seconds and that's it. Then it cuts out and then, you don't got it no more. Juggernaut Recon, never used it, probably never will. The Odin, I haven't unlocked this yet, and I've been debating whether to unlock it. Only because in the story mode of this game, I played like the first couple boards of it. The Odin was this big ass orbital strike satellite that would rain down shit and decimate cities. That's what causes some of the map destruction. Not the KEM strike, but some of the map destruction you see on some of the maps in the game comes from the Odin. That's why you see those big ass craters on some of the maps. And that's what fucks up those cities. Why is this in support? I don't know. I mean, maybe it gives you an advanced UAV or something. Because it says supply support. I don't know what that means. Are you raining down like the shit like that was in campaign? Because that would be cool. This would be like the AC-130, but then it wouldn't be in support. I don't understand what that is. Because I thought the Odin was the one that was raining down, all the stuff in campaign. But if you go in Assault, they have the Loki, which I have no idea what this is. And this assaults the battlefield from the Loki satellite. So it's like, wait a minute. Maybe I could be wrong. I mean, I didn't play through and beat the campaign yet, but maybe the Loki is another satellite that's in the game. But even in this, even in Assault, SATCOMs are useless. The IMS is actually pretty good. I I've never used it myself, but I've played with a couple friends who used it. Place these in the right locations, they will get you kills. IMS is really good in this game. The dog, I call it a gimmick perk, but given the right situation, you can use him. You know, he's not going to run around like the dog's kill streak and get you kills like he should. But if you post up in a room or a building and have people rushing there trying to take a flag or something like that, he can kill the people real quick because they won't expect him to be inside of a building with you. The sentry guns, I haven't tried it yet, but I'm probably going to unlock this and try it out. The Trinity rockets, they seem okay. I've only gotten them out of care packages. As you guys can tell, like out of all the things on Assault, I don't really use Assault kill streaks all that much. Because I like the gun-on-gun aspect of the game, and I like supporting my team at the same time, so I don't use Assault that much. The Battle Hound I've called in a couple times from kill streaks and stealing other people's care packages. This seems okay, but I wish it just killed more people. I mean, I don't know how else to describe it. It's kind of like a helicopter that moves around the map. Kind of reminds me of the COD 4 chopper, but just like it shoots half as much, so it doesn't get you kills like you think it would. A companion drone that protects your 6. I would love to try this. I haven't tried it yet. I know I like the other drone in support, so I mean, if this is as good as that, then maybe, you know, I might love the fuck out of this. The Griffin, I've heard people say that they like this, but then I heard people say that they really dislike it too, so I don't know which way to fall on that one. The Maniac, I've heard nothing but good things from people about that. I know to me, they don't really pose that much of an issue, because if I see you coming, I'm going to put 10 rounds in your chest with a marksman rifle, and that's enough to put a Maniac on his ass, unless, you know, he can sprint towards me, you know, before I can get those 10 shots into his chest. Juggernaut, I haven't seen a lot of people using this, maybe because they all go for the Maniac. I've seen one person use this, and, you know, the match ended before he could kill somebody with it. The Helo Pilot, I've heard this was slow and cumbersome, but I've never used it for myself, so I can't say one way or the other for that. The Loki, I already told you guys what I think about that, but so far, as far as the streaks, I'm really, really liking how they played them. I mean, I just wish that they played them a little bit better. Give you a reason to use the assault streaks a little bit more. Because right now, it's like maybe they wanted to focus the game on gun play, but I mean, you know, maybe that was a decision they had to make. But I know I kind of rambled on and talked more about everything. I haven't really dived into the lethal streaks or the lethal equipment yet. I've been only pretty much focused on the IEDs first and the C4. Loving the C4. It's not as strong as in Black Ops 2, but it'll still get the job done. It's just the initial explosion is nowhere near as strong as it was in Black Ops 2. You have to place it on them rather than placing it near them. Really liking the IEDs, how you can place them down and, you know, stick them in places and have people run near them. You can place them strategically and have them get blown up. I've never been really big on grenades or semtex or throwing knives, so that's why I mean none of this stuff is going to be locked yet. I'm going to try this canister bomb maybe one time. I don't know if it's going to be of any use, but I just want to try that and see if it's any good. Tactical grenades, I'm probably never going to get. I tried the motion sensor. I just threw this down and did nothing. I mean, I have no idea if this. I think I know what it does, but it's just when I used it, in actual situations. Because I used it before I got like certain guns and making my classes and stuff like that. It just didn't seem worth it. Like I would put it down and then just like nothing would change. So I don't know. Thermal barrack grenades, definitely want to try that. Because I think they're just going to be like incendiaries. But I definitely do want to give that a shot, though. I know perks, I only really use a certain amount of them. I'm not going to use probably 80% of these on this list. Because I'm going to use what fits me. For the most part. But I am like how they, divvied up the point values. Like the stronger perks take more points. I just wish that, you know, Amplify was like 4 or 5 like these are. 2. I'm sorry, that shouldn't be a 2 right there. You know, this should be like a 4 or at most a 5. Like, why is Deadeye a 5? Deadeye is a 5 because it increases your bullet damage per kill. Whereas Amplified, by how good this is, this should be a 5. But maybe they'll patch that, but it's the people who make Call of Duty, so I don't have no faith in them. But I just wanted to give you guys my thoughts on the game, and you know, just because I see everybody else doing it, and I know it's not, you know, it's typically what I want to do, but I felt like doing something a little bit different. I just didn't want to throw up another multiplayer video with no kind of audio on it. So let me know if you guys would like to hear more. I mean, I don't mind talking, you know, about my thoughts about the game or anything like that. And I don't want to sound like I'm using YouTube psychology because I really hate that bullshit. But I mean, if you guys want to let me know something down there in the comments, you know, let me know what you're thinking. You know what I'm saying? Let me know how you like the video. If you want to, you know, if you want me, you know, to hear my thoughts on anything, just let me know down. Let me know down there in the comments. I read all of my comments, and I even reply to, you know, all of them. So, but let me know. Anyway, see you guys in the next video. Peace out.